like, or we live in a society where, you know, we're so used to someone being on top, someone being on the bottom, whatever. But it's just that, so whenever we have, like, you know, women feeling like, when we say women should be submissive, they feel like, well, they, you know, they're taking a lower position. But it's not necessarily a low position. It's basically just you coexisting with, you know, in a relationship to make it work. Not so you have to play a certain part. You know what I mean? And it's just that
the submissive part.
Yeah, you got to play the submissive part. So that's the, you know, and because the thing is, if you see, you know what's funny? If a man could be submissive and women would respect the man for being submissive, we probably wouldn't give a fuck and just be submissive. But women don't respect men that are submissive.
And what, take turns?
Or whatever, I don't know, but women don't respect men that are submissive, so we're not going to do that in the first place. Like we're just not built for that.
So then someone has to be submissive.
Yeah.
You're saying there can't be two leaders leading the way.
Yeah, exactly. Someone has to follow.
And they can't take turns?
I mean, it depends. There's certain things that a woman can do and say, okay, like if she says, oh, could you pass me that plate? You know what I'm saying? She's telling you.
No, but I'm saying, like, sometimes couldn't a woman be the leader? Be like, oh, I know the way to this place.
No, women can be.
I'm going to lead now.
No, women, yeah.
Or this particular business deal that we're working on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
No, I'm saying that a woman could be the leader in those in certain situations, but in general, since women are driven by their emotions, then it is not going to be very good women leaders in droves. That's all I'm saying. I said that and I stick by it, and I know that you hate when I say that, but it's true. I'm saying that women can be strong leaders. I'm saying that...
And they just maybe lead differently.
No, I'm saying
than the next guy.
No, I'm saying that in general.
Doesn't mean they're bad at leading.
No, I'm saying that in general, that more men... Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like make better leaders than women, and I know it sounds so chauvinistic or whatever. Like look at it. They made like Hillary Clinton.
Men
hold on.
Make better leaders, but also I feel like there's so many, like, within couples. I think that's part of it, is like being a team and not being like, oh, one of us is the leader and one is the follower. Like you see that in any kind of relationships, like good friendships. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if you're talking about something with a friend, or if you're going somewhere with a friend, or if you're doing something, like I know how to fix bikes, right? So if I'm out with a friend, you know, and his bike breaks, then I can help fix it, and I will be the leader in that situation. And hopefully he can manage being the follower.
No, I agree with that. I agree. No, I agree with that.
It's some give and take. It's not like, oh, the man is the leader because he's a man. No. Like, maybe he doesn't know how to fucking fix a bike.
No, I agree with that, that in certain situations, things can, you know, flip around or whatever. But in general, the man is the leader because he thinks more logically. That's all I'm saying. And the women in general think just based off of emotion. So when they feel something, they'll just go off with the feeling and not necessarily what makes sense in the situation, you know, that for the betterment of the situation.
Benefit situations, though.
What happened?
Why wouldn't feelings benefit situations?
Because alright, if I feel like, you know what I'm saying, going to the beach, you know what I'm saying? But like I can feel like going to the beach, but if I know, if someone else knows this and someone says, well, it's going to rain today, so, you know, logically it wouldn't make sense to go to the beach. So if you just go for your feeling of going to the beach, you're going to be stuck on the beach in the rain. So you know that
it's going to rain, and you're like, I know it's going to rain, but I still feel like it's a beach day.
I know, and then
so
you go
fuck it, you'll have fun, because you knew it was going to rain, but you still felt like going.
I know, but then you go and you catch a cold, and then you get pneumonia, because you went to the beach when it was raining. See what I'm saying? So you shouldn't be going to the beach if it's raining, even though you feel like it, because you know that it's not going to be best for that situation.
I think that women can see what's best for a situation.
No, I'm not saying that women can't.
And be like, oh, I really wanted to go to the beach today, but
no, I'm not.
I see that it's pouring. But if you want to, like, I don't know why you talk like women can't, like, make logical decisions.
No, I'm not saying that women can't.
Like that women are incapable of it because they are so.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that women aren't capable of making logical decisions. I believe that they can. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that I feel like most women will go off of their feeling will override their logic in certain situations. So even though logically something makes sense, they'll still go off of the feeling just because they feel like it and just override the logic.
Well, I agree that for a lot of women, like, emotions can be a part of the logic,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, if you're like, well, I really like this car, this one drives well, but I felt good in that car. Like, I don't necessarily know why I felt better in that car.
Mm-hmm.
Why not pick the one you felt good in? Like,
I know, but what's the point of getting the car? To feel good or so you could drive someplace?
Oh, you drive someplace, but hopefully you feel good while you're driving.
No, but you can get a car that you drive in and you also feel good in, but don't just get a car just because you feel good in it. Make sure you can drive, right?
What
so
I'm saying is,
what's
like,
more
why
important?
not have it be a part of the decision?
No, it can be part.
You know
It
what I
can
mean?
be
Like, this one, I feel good. Like, there's something about the seat. There's something about, like, the way the steering wheel is. I don't know.
No, I know. I see
like,
what you're
why
saying, but
wouldn't
what's
you...
more important, the feeling or the fact that the car can drive well?
Right, so you're saying, like, say there's a car that doesn't drive so well, but it feels good.
Yeah.
And then a car that does. I still think that if you feel good behind the wheel, that you're going to be a better driver with that. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the car doesn't drive well. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but I think you can take that into consideration also. I don't think women are just going to be like, no, I just feel good in this dump of a car.
No, but that's what some
You know
people
what I mean?
do. That's what some women do sometimes. Because all I'm saying is that I'm not saying you can't have a car that drives
If she feels
well.
that strongly about it, I think that she'll be better in the dumb car.
But then it won't drive. But the point. But then she'll crash and die. So
I don't think so.
what I'm saying is the point of you getting.
I don't think that you know what I'm saying. I don't think that the emotions are that like override all logic.
Yeah, I mean that's
in any situation.
No, that's an extreme example. But also, some women do make their emotions override certain logical decisions. And this is why I go back to why I say that I don't feel like certain women will make good leaders, because I don't want to follow somebody that is going purely just off of the fact that I don't want to follow getting a car with a woman who has a bad car and just bought it because she said it felt good, but it can't drive nowhere. I'm going to fucking crash and die. Do you see what I'm saying?
You choose your leaders carefully, just like any of us. Like if you're choosing who you're going to follow, right? And if someone sounds like they're making good decisions, does it matter if they're a man or a woman? Like, if they sound like they know what they're doing and they're going to lead you in the right direction, like... Suddenly they're going to get this overwhelming, like, emotional, like, impulse and just not be able to make good decisions anymore?
I agree.
Like, I feel like there's personality traits to good leaders.
No, I agree with you that I'm not saying there are no good women
not
leaders.
Specifically male or female.
No, I'm not saying
traits.
I'm not saying that there's no good women leaders. There are good women leaders. There are some good women leaders out there. I'm just saying that in general, there are more men that are better leaders than women, only because solely off the fact that women in general usually go based off of emotion. That's all I'm saying. So I would rather...
I don't think that's why. I think there are more male leaders because of society, like what we were talking about before, like societal norms. Like